Athletic Club 0, Arsenal 2 in the first Champions League game of the season. This was a really tricky game. This game was so difficult, man. I can't lie. I thought the game would be a lot easier than what it was, but credit to Athletic Club. They made it so hard for Arsenal. Like, especially in that first half, their pressing. Oh my God, we had no time on the ball. Forced us into a lot of mistakes, into a lot of misplaced passing. We lost the ball a lot. We couldn't really build up. Play kept on breaking down. Like, oh, it was a horrible, horrible game to watch. I can't even lie to anyone. It was so hard. It was so hard watching that game. Like, I can't lie. Part of me is just super happy that it's over and we somehow got out there with the win. I won't lie to anyone. This is the energy that I'm on. Just, hey, sometimes away from home, if you play bad, you just gotta go get grab the result, run away with it. Yeah, we're running all the way back to the airport, flying home with the 3 points in the bag. First win of the season in the Champions League on a shameless thing. We just take it. It is what it is. But that performance-wise, I need to see a lot more in the future. But I won't lie, I'm getting kind of worried that maybe when we go away to teams that can cause us problems, I think this might be our midfield setup. The Zubimendi, Rice and Moreno, which in all honesty, I don't think it works. I don't think it allows any of the players to really shine. I don't think it allows any of the players to tap into their full potential. And it's weird because you saw against Liverpool at Anfield how difficult it was for us to create when we had this midfield, and then you do it again and it's like, I need you to learn faster this season, Mikel Arteta. I can't lie, Arteta, I need you to learn a bit faster this season. I need you to watch that game and look past the fact that the super subs changed it and we grinded out the game and it was a hard game, a really good win. I need you to see past the result and just see the disconnect that we have between the defense and the attack because of the midfield. Like, we're a team where everybody gets involved in all phases of the game, and this is why we're so difficult to play against. But there's no real connection. Like, Zubimendi can't really dictate because Rice is here, there, everywhere, taking up mad positions. Zubimendi doesn't really know where he's going to be and when he's going to be there. And on top of that, Rice isn't really someone that, you know, you lay off the ball to him and then as soon as he gets the ball, he's waiting for you to make movement to give it back. He picks up the ball and he drives. So basically you've got Zubimendi who wants to pass the ball onto him and move and receive it back, but you got Rice that when he receives the ball, his first thought is, where can I drive to? Where's the space for me to drive into? So and then Moreno, when he's in the 10, it's like, it's difficult for him because he doesn't really know who to follow. Like, does he follow Rice's behaviours? Does he follow Zubimendi's behaviours? It's hard. That's just the easiest way to put it. It's hard. But we managed to get through it. We managed to get through the game. And I think that's the biggest point, is that we managed to get through the game. And even though, obviously, in terms of quality, it's different, but in terms of difficulty of the game, it was very similar to the Inter Milan game last season where we ended up losing. So I guess we could take a bit of a positive from that. Like, the game was actually very similar in terms of, like, both teams didn't really look like they could be broken down. Both teams were defensively rigid. No space. And even though I don't feel like we pressed, it wasn't our best game when it came to pressing. Like, we missed Ødegaard for that. Like, we do press a lot better when Ødegaard's in the team, but just, yeah, do you know what it felt like? It felt like this is what it felt like, yeah. We built two... Do you know what it was like? Robot Wars. Do you remember Robot Wars? Where, like, they would just build the most clunkiest of robots, and you're just there sitting down in your living room, like, as a kid, just watching these two slow, way heavy robots, like, beef each other, but, like, hit each other, like, once every 3 minutes, and crashing, and it just... it was awful. It was so awful. It was awful. It was so awful. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't really feel like anyone... It's like the Liverpool game. Like, aside from the defenders, I don't really think that anyone really had an amazing game. Don't get me wrong. I think Noni Madueke was the most positive on the ball out of all the attackers. But even then, like... He didn't really make anything happen. He's unfortunate to not get an assist. If Ezza's just a bit more switched on and his awareness of what's around him, he attacks the ball. He probably scores in the first half. Madueke has a goal, an assist. But his end product today, it was very wasteful, I have to be honest. But on the ball, what he offers in terms of attacking the fullback, he was doing that. I like that from him. So, you know, it is what it is. Gyökeres, again, didn't have the most of service. When he did get the service, had the chances, couldn't put anything away. Missed the diving header, unlucky, you know. Really should be getting that on target. Obviously, he had that chance with his left foot where he didn't really connect with it too well. But I did like his running. It's gonna sound so weird, but when I say it, like, for example, when he dropped back to beat the offside trap by staying in his own half, and then he breezed off and ran, there was that moment where it was very similar to what he did against Saliba when we played Sporting last season, where he used his body to shimmy, and then the ball went by him and he rolled off, and then he started breezing. Like, it was he had good hold up play. Didn't have too many but again, like the Liverpool game, when you have a midfield like this, it's hard to create. For some reason, like, Calafiori wasn't really holding width today, which kind of forced Eze into scenarios more often than not where he had to play high and wide. But then even again, I don't really feel like we was finding Eze either, and it's because of the midfield. Arsenal fans that are watching, I promise you it's because of the midfield. I promise you it's because of the midfield setup. Like, literally, if we just said, hey, Rice, you know what? Sit on the bench. We rest you for Man City. And you started with the same midfield that played against Nottingham Forest. That game is infinitely different. Infinitely different. And then, obviously, the final thing that, you know, I'll touch upon is big up Arteta for the subs. Like, I wanted different subs. I wanted them earlier. I wanted you to change things in a bit of a different way. But hey, the way that you wanted to do it, it worked out in the end. Talking about super subs, Martinelli came on, goal and assist. Trossard came on, goal and assist. You can't ask for any more from your attacking players that come on to change the game. They came on, they changed the game. It's just that simple. And look, I'm very open about my dissatisfaction in Martinelli, but the one thing I do say is you always see the best of Martinelli when he's on transition through the middle of the park in central areas. And how did he score today, people? On transition through the middle of the park in central areas. So maybe I just know a bit more about football than you lot think that I do. You know what I'm saying? So, look. The finisher was poor. The first and second touch, very good. The finish, poor, but you got the goal, big you up. And then obviously, Trossard's goal. Do you know what I like about Trossard, yeah? He delayed it. Because he could have just shot right away and it's probably a blocked shot and it doesn't go in. But he delayed it. He delayed it a bit. Which then, you know, the ricochet was a bit different, ended up in the back of the net. But hey, at least Trossard, he's coming out fighting. He's like, nah, this is a World Cup. This is a World Cup year, man. I need to do all that I can to be on the pitch. And look, in 2 games where he's come on as a sub, he's got 3 GA. I don't know, what more can I say? Like, Arteta's got a very tricky job ahead of him, deciding who gets to play versus Manchester City. But the one thing I do know is I can fall back on my squad depth now. Do you know what I mean? Like, I now know that, cool, we've got the right ingredients to make things happen when things aren't happening. We have players that can come on and change the whole dynamic of the game. We have that now, which is a very good place to be at. A very, very good place to be at. And hey, what another amazing game from Mosquera. I can't lie. It's giving Rudiger. If I was Saliba, I'd be looking over my shoulder, because it looks like now Arsenal are in a scenario where you can't really play hardball with us, because if you're like, yeah, the Real Madrid thing, we can just be like, well, okay. Guess we just invest all of our time, money, resources and everything into Mosquera, because he looks like a proper good player. His ability to break lines is crazy. His eye for a pass is crazy. His bravery, calmness, confidence, crazy. His speed, insane. Like, he's a good prospect for the future. So look, people, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. As they say, champions find a way. Liverpool can say it, I can say it too. First win in the Champions League is great. And yeah, 4 clean sheets in 5 games. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving, people. Like, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.